Well, alright, here we have shipping instructions for a Remington 3B. Let's start off by just checking to make sure that the margin stops are all the way out to the right, because some people stick them in the middle and you don't want to do that. If those are in place, then you're going to get you a couple rubber bands, and I like to use the ones that I get from the grocery store, not the crazy thick ones, but kind of a medium size. You can also use just regular rubber bands like these are off a rubber band ball, like that. It's like $2 at Walmart. But if you use the smaller rubber bands, you need to use 2 of them. Give them a good stretch to make sure that they're intact and all that. So we're going to start on the right hand side of the machine. There's a carriage release lever right there, that guy, and moves like so and allows you to move the carriage. What we're trying to do is protect those gears inside. That gear that you hear right there, yeah, that guy. So we're going to take your rubber band, kind of get the machine about like that. You're going to want to brace this end, wrap your rubber band around that carriage release lever, and pull it forward to where this carriage can move. You hold enough tension on there, wrap it around the knob. You can come up, go around the lever again, and cinch it off somewhere. And this is where it depends on your particular rubber band, because it might be tighter, might be a little more loose. You might need to go around the knob a couple extra times. But, like I say, if you're using the smaller rubber bands, you need to use 2 of them. So you got that lever held forward there, right? And now you're stuck with the carriage just wanting to go left. This should be free to move. But you can't stick it in the case like this, so you got to have a way to hold it all in place. And this is where you can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Plain old kitchen cling wrap, right? You're going to wrap the back end of the machine to hold this in place. And it's actually easier if you get somebody to help you here. Go around the knob a couple of times here to get it started. And you kind of hold that in the center, right? And once you get about 4 or 5, maybe 6 or 7 wraps on there, it'll start to hold that in place pretty well. Now I said this kills 2 birds with 1 stone, so you're keeping the carriage in place, but it's also immobilizing the back of the machine, because you may have noticed that this thing's held onto the base plate by 4 little screws, right? And there's little rubber washers in there that I guarantee you are absolutely brittle, and they're gonna break. So it holds the machine to the base plate a little bit. You can also take a couple of wraps up around the front of it. Not quite as tight on the front because you don't want to put too much pressure on the keys, right? So you get a couple good wraps on it. Cut that stuff off. Give it a little piece of tape, and you're almost ready to put it in the case. First, you want to prepare the case with some crushed up paper. Crushed up newspaper works all right. I use packing paper, but just pad like right in here in the corners, the back area, and then very gently put your lid on the machine. And there's not going to be a whole lot of clearance on these knobs, but they do need to be padded just a little bit. Once you got that done, you can give it a couple more passes with this, but even better, take you some bubble wrap and go around it a couple of times. I just used the tiny little bubbles like you can get from Walmart. It's like $4 for a roll of it. But stick that sucker in a box with packing paper, wadded up newspaper, packed in real tight, and then you can tape it all up. And if you can shake the box, and not hear anything moving, then you know you've done it right. Hope this helps.